On April 6th, 1992, the day Sarajevo began to be besieged, left alone facing hunger, fear, and bullets, death did not come only from the fighters' rifles, but from eyes burning with curiosity, not with hostility. Up there, in the heights that had become Serbian-held, an idea was born unlike any recorded in history since the invention of war. An idea that did not resemble killing, but enjoying it. The Serbian commander, Radoman. They have arrived. Open the way. They were not fighters, nor journalists, nor even volunteers. They were men bloated by luxury, bored with everything, even with traditional hunting in the forests of Europe. This is Hans Müller, the German businessman, with his Italian friend Carlo Venturi. Carlo, laughing lightly. Can you imagine, Hans? They say the target may move, may hide, may even scream. Hans, smiling, revealing no mercy. That's why we came, my friend. What's the point of hunting if the human mind isn't behind the eyes of the target? They knew where they were going and who would receive them, but they never understood what it meant for war to turn into a game and innocent people into targets. Commander Radoman approaches them. Welcome to the Dobretic Mountains, where neither the press nor the law can reach. Money was the only language that never missed its path in war, and for every bundle delivered, a new window for death was opened. Radoman points to the map. From here, you can see everything. Women go to fetch water in the morning. Children play in the yard in the afternoon. Choosing the target is up to you. Carlo nervously. And is this legal for you? Radoman laughs. Nothing is legal in war, only what we can do. It was not a lie. It was an accurate description of a world where everything had collapsed except greed. They brought everything except mercy. Hans, in a low voice. The view is stunning. That was the moment of looking through the lens. It was the moment humanity died. And that's how it all began. Not as a military operation, but as a journey. Later given a name that evokes disgust. Hunting Safari. The first night was not merely preparation for the hunt. It was the moment of the real agreement. How is a human soul sold? And how much is the sound of a bullet piercing a child's body worth? On the table lay papers, lists, and a small handwritten booklet. Carlo, raising the booklet in surprise. What's this? A price list? Radoman smiling shamelessly. Of course, we are not amateurs with a shot that has no price. In those papers was embodied the filthiest equation the Bosnian War ever knew. Carlo laughs in disbelief. Woo! A child? More expensive than a man? Radoman, coldly. The child moves faster and screams louder, and the scream is part of the experience. They laughed as if buying tickets to a festival, not taking lives. Hans, take enough for a week, and if the experience is worth it, we'll extend. At that moment, money was no longer just a means of payment. It became a guarantee for the continuation of the crime. Milan, in a dry voice, the targets have appeared below, by the yard, women and children waiting for the water truck. Milan looks at Hans and Carlo with a mixed expression, somewhere between disgust and obligation. Radoman slaps him with a single word. You are here to obey, not to judge. Even among the soldiers, not everyone could endure what was happening. But in war, fear is stronger than conscience. Radoman, before the experiment begins, you must understand the first rule. Do not shoot without permission. We choose the angle, we determine the target, we secure the withdrawal. Even killing was organized, calculated, secured. It was not chaotic, but a full tourist service. Hans with eyes shining like a professional hunter. And when do we start? When do we start? The night. You will see the true face of war. But below, at that very moment, there was another world. They did not know that cold eyes were watching them from above, and that a filthy bet was being placed on them now worth thousands of dollars. And thus, in minutes, the entire city became a playground for the luxury of death. There, above the dividing line between life and death, was the moment that would turn a crazy idea into a crime recorded in the memory of war. Radoman, remember, do not shoot unless I say so. The market below is crowded, many choices. He knew that killing, for these people, was not a battle, but an experience that had to be served slowly, carefully, just like a fine meal. The Black Cross moved over all of them, as if all life had been reduced to a tiny opening in a rifle scope. Hans, whispering, "That child, the one running, seems like a suitable target." Carlo swallows. "He will be. Very fast, Radoman. And that is what raises the price." At that moment, the child was laughing. He was running after his ball, as if the world were normal, as if the sky above him did not hide a man from another city deciding his fate. The mother, calling, "Come back here. The ball will roll into the street, Radoman. 3, 2, 1. That second was heavier than the war itself. The child did not know what hit him, and his mother did not know where the bullet came from. But the mountain knew. "Hans, I didn't feel anything, but the scene is beautiful." Radoman claps slowly. "Congratulations, you are in the game now." Thus, with a single bullet, the crime became reality. Blood became part of the tourism, and the smell of death, a trade with loyal customers. When the story spread, no one stepped back. More came. They came because for them, war was an opportunity to live sin without punishment. It was as if nature itself made way for the birth of something sick, something that did not belong to it. The table now no longer held just one map. There were 3 maps: Sarajevo, Visoko, Tuzla. Red lines, yellow circles, observation points, and potential sniper positions. The Serbs knew that controlling the high ground gave them power, but they never imagined that this power would become a service for sale. "Radoman, we have 6 visitors today. 2 Germans, a Russian, an Austrian, and 2 men from Italy." Hans, now part of the team. "Do they know the rules?" Radoman, "All of them. They know what they came for. Money, like fire, left unchecked, it devours everything around it." And over the days, the Serbs realized that every shot fired from this mountain meant a huge fortune entering their pockets. And with every new visitor, the circle expanded. Each visitor signs their name, but under aliases. Soldier. Name, bald Austrian man. Right, Frank, just Frank. Soldier, indifferently. Amount? Soldier. All right, choose your position. We have an eastern platform overlooking the school area, a southern platform overlooking the main road, and a platform at the top of the mountain. Its targets are farther but enjoyable. Despite the brutality of the words, the description was accurate. Killing here was presented like a menu. Carlo, is this for the fighting? Radoman, no, this is to look good in the photos. Carlo opens his mouth. Photos? Radoman, every customer wants a souvenir. Don't worry, we only take pictures from behind. No faces, no evidence. Thus, the mountain became a stage and the Serbs became organizers, and the Europeans became hunters with no real prey. Radoman to the soldier. We need a 3rd platform within a week. Requests increased, and targets were always available. The soldier shakes his head. But what if the commanders find out? Radoman smiles slowly. The commanders? They get their share this war, son. Everyone is hungry. And with this sentence, the moral framework of the crime was complete. Everything is allowed, as long as everyone profits. Below, life continued, unaware of what was being plotted. This was not just a crime. It was a project, a market, a full industry, run on money fueled by pain.